intro.
Oh
Are you
my
excited?
gosh.
Everyone loves it. Shayna's the star of this.
This was not ever intended to be an intro.
You're listening to the Everything Swallow podcast with Sean and Shayna Swallow.
So funny.
There it is. Oh, yeah, baby.
So funny,
Love
man.
it. I could listen to it all day.
All right, it's the swallow.
In your fluffy shoes.
Because the swallows are here. Make yourself comfortable.
So great.
The swallows are here.
That's what happens when your husband has control of the recording device.
The swallows are here.
I had no idea. And then the next show, it turns it on and he plays it. And I'm like,
Oh,
wait a minute, you recorded that?
Yeah, when I heard it happen, I had to grab it.
As we were just
I
sitting
wouldn't be
here
a good
waiting.
audio engineer if I didn't.
We were waiting for our first live podcast to go. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I just got off work, so I'm all jazzed.
Yeah, jabber jabber.
Yeah. That was funny. You cracked me up.
You cracked me up. Hi, guys.
Hello.
We have guests in the house. Today we have Heather and Bo.
Woo woo.
If that is your real name.
It could be.
Can't say it for sure in this kind of situation.
Right.
First off, I want to say that Heather brought us a handmade gift before we get
love
into
it.
anything, and it's just become my most favorite thing. I'm going to put everything I drink into it.
I know you are.
It's a koozie that you crocheted yourself
I did.
of a nice pink lady with big old hooters and some nice pink nipples and a really
Christmas tank top.
festive Christmas
Bikini
top. This right one must be her big one.
It must be.
Because this one keeps
It keeps
slipping out,
sliding out.
which I don't mind. A little nip slip every once in a while from my koozie. But thank you so much.
It is awesome.
This is great. We'll share it. Shane and I'll share it.
We'll put it in
I will
Swallow
mail you
Nation.
another one.
It's gonna. Yeah, we'll get a picture up on Swallow Nation
I
right
freaking
now.
love 'em.
you should-
People are going to want them, so be prepared.
Yeah, you might get orders for Christmas.
Okay.
So I don't know how we do that. Well, after this podcast, you might get orders for who knows what.
Right.
Yeah, that's right. It might work out good.
Heather and Bo are new friends.
Yeah.
How did you end up here? You reached out to Shayna.
Yeah.
I did. Yes.
Ah, and why?
Reached out. Well, because we've had all the guests on that we have on who are the wonderful people that we know, right? And then you had reached out and said you guys were new to the lifestyle
That is right.
and
That
you
is
could
right.
come on and talk about it.
Oh, right. What it's like to be. Because everyone always thinks that Shane and I are swingers.
Yeah.
And people have thought that for a very long time.
Yeah.
And so you guys
It's not our
as.
fault we're so friendly.
It's not.
We're
It's
just
not.
friendly.
We're just a sexy couple.
Yeah, we are.
We've been told that that's just, we can't help it. You know?
That's-
That's what you
Yeah.
hear too? That you're a sexy couple? Or that's what you guys were
I
thinking
hear
about
she's
us?
a sexy girl.
I thought that about you
That's-
because I listened to you forever.
Yeah.
Oh,
on
on the
Alice.
show? Yeah.
and I actually thought you were swingers.
Yeah.
See,
everyone does.
and that's fine. It's not a bad thing. I'm not ashamed if
Nah.
people portray or thought that about us. It's fine. It's just that's just a line that we don't cross personally.
No, we know a lot of swingers.
We know a lot.
We
of
hang out with a lot of swingers.
We do.
And we love all of them. They're some of the best people we know.
Yeah, we are
But-
known to fraternize swinger establishments,
Yeah.
but we just have
just
our
don't.
own line, and we always have had it. It's just something we established at the beginning, which is great for us and great for everyone else.
Oh, yeah.
But you guys are you like newbies?
Kind of.
Sort of.
We're a
We've been
year
doing it
into
about
it.
a year.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's pretty new.
It
It
is
is
pretty
new,
new.
yeah.
It's pretty new.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
It is. Yeah,
It's so fun. It's so,
new. It
it's
is
so
new.
exciting,
So,
right?
yeah, oh, it is.
It
Yeah.
is,
Yeah.
and it's this whole new world so that's the thing. It's like you don't always have to be a swinger, but be open-minded. Go
Oh, yeah.
places,
Yeah.
try things,
Yeah.
because it's going to teach you stuff about yourself.
Oh, it is.
It does.
That's the best part, I think, that it's always been for Sean and I. Sean and I have been this way since day one. We met
The
at
night we met.
the Bongathon, right? We had sexcapades that night in front of people at this giant camp out, and
So your first experience was in front of people.
Our very first sexual experience was we did two different sexual experiences that evening, and both of them were being witnessed by others.
That's awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, so
It
we
was
came
great.
right out. It was great. The first one was,
Well,
I'll just be honest, the first one was we were like, she's like, come with me, I want to give you a blowjob. And I was like, okay. You know what I mean? I don't even know if she said that. She just was like, grab my shirt, come on. And so we find ourselves up against the fence, and I'm on the ground, and I'm out, and she's giving me, and all of a sudden, I see this thing coming in the distance, and it's a dude on a bicycle with glow sticks all over.
Covered in glow sticks.
In the spokes, everywhere.
Everywhere. So as it's coming towards you, you're like, what in the fuck? Now, we ate mushrooms that night, and we were drinking heavily from the beginning. And he's coming towards us, and we're like, and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, yeah, whatever. You know what I mean? So I just
And he
keep
stopped.
going. He stopped. We talked to him for a minute. Like, hey, how's it going? He's like, good. Don't stop on my account. And I was like, cool.
Okay.
So I didn't. You know what I mean? And we just kept.
I was helpless.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
You were.
I've been there.
And that was great.
And that was great. And so then later on, there were just people around. We were just in a tent with a bunch of other people.
Okay.
Kind of how it
No,
was.
it's way better than that. And they were switched.
Yeah.
The tent happened first.
Oh, I don't know. It was a lot of things happened,
It's
but
so
every
great.
time there were people
My
there.
most favorite
So
thing.
it was.
This is what happened that night.
Oh,
that
boy.
I was like, so we get there. I'm going with my girlfriends. I don't know Sean. I've met him one other time before this time. And so when we pull into camp, I only see him. And then I'm like, I know that guy. I met him once. I know that he knows Paula. This is where we're supposed to be, right? So we change. I just change right in front of him because I'm not modest at all. So I change out of my office work clothes, get into my party clothes. It kind of sets the stage. He's just like, oh my God. Time goes on. It's getting cold. He has on overalls with just overalls, no shirt underneath it, right? So he says to me, can I change in your tent? And I'm like, yeah, absolutely. Well, outside of the tent door is a cooler. So I just sit on the cooler. When he goes in the tent, he doesn't close the door. So I'm looking, and I'm like, what's he going to do over there? And then he steps in front of the door, and he's just looking at me with this cutest look on his face. And he freaking unsnaps that last overall and just falls to the ground, and he's completely naked. And I'm like, I fucking love this guy. This is so awesome.
I wanted to send a clear message.
Yeah. It was clear. It was clear. So shortly after that, the night goes on, and then I'm super dirty. And so I'm like, hey, come on, let's go.
Go ahead. What? Where are we going?
I'm just going to tell the story.
Tell the story. Which start? Don't tell my horrible, embarrassing part.
Okay, then I can't tell the story.
Yeah, tell the next part of the story.
That's the
you can
best
skip
part
parts.
of the story.
No, you don't get to tell that part of the story.
Anyways, we go in and we fool around in my tent. Well, my girlfriend who went up there with me is already fucking
whacked
drunk
up.
and passed out, right? So she's passed out in the tent because she's sleeping in my tent. It's a huge tent. It's a 2-room tent, right? So we're in the back room. She's in there freaking passed out. We go in, fool around while she's passed out. He's like, she's passed out right there. I'm like, so what? She's fucking passed out. Who gives a shit? Yeah. Right? So we do what we do, and then we leave. Then later that night, the guy on the bike happened.
Really?
Yes.
I really thought the guy on the bike was first all this time. Wow.
No, because it was still daylight because I left you in the tent, and then I came back in. But I can't tell that part.
Oh, well, that part. Yeah. There was a it doesn't matter. It's
so
not.
good.
It's stupid.
It
It's
is
a
so
stupid
great.
part.
No,
yeah.
it's not. It was so great.
Yeah. Sometimes you get a point in your life when you're like, I'm just going to be me to the core. And that's what happened when we met.
Yeah,
And so,
both of us were unknowingly doing that at the same time.
Yes.
That's awesome.
The
Right?
night we
He
met.
had gone up with that intention because he was in the horrible relationship that he was just getting out of. I had just ended the only relationship I'd ever been in, and it was a short one because I never had a boyfriend. So we went up there, and it was like, all right, yeah, we're just going to be the most authentic. That's what I thought. I'm just going to be Shayna. Yeah. I give no fucks. I don't care. I'm just going to be Shayna.
Yeah,
and then
and I was just going balls to the wall. And I want this girl, and I'm going to show her all my bits, all my jewels,
it was so great. So
awesome.
great.
everything I got to give, and then it worked out.
Yeah.
So far.
Right. We woke up the next day. It was raided. First thing in the morning.
Yep.
So we all had to leave.
Cops blew us out.
Right, we came home.
Riot gear and M16s.
It was so scary.
A
It
bunch
was
of stone.
yeah.
And we're like, whoa, bro, that's like a gun, man. all right, I'm leaving.
That was funny. So we leave. He has my tent in his van. comes to my house,
Yeah.
drops the tent off, leaves. It's with my girlfriend. And I'm like, awesome. And then, like, 10 minutes later, the phone rings. And, caller ID. We had it back then.
Yes.
And
Caller
so
ID.
Paula's name pops up. And I'm like, oh, sweet. We're going out. We're going to the bar. Because that's my girlfriend. And I'm like, oh, we're here for the weekend. Now we're going out. It's not her. It's Sean. And he's like, I have to come back over. Can I come back over? And I'm like, are you... Oh, yes, you can come back over. So he came back over to my house that night and never left.
Nah.
The next day he showed up with the kids.
Yeah.
And I was like, no. And he was like,
Come on.
And how many years? It's been like 20 some years.
20
20
years.
years.
That
20
was,
years, that's awesome.
That was
99.
August 22nd of my birthday weekend.
yep.
That's why he had to call you from a landline. Because
Yep.
like cell phone.
1999.
have it,
Had a cell phone until like
Exactly.
2003,
Yep.
probably
Yeah.
2002.
No, we had one.
I don't know.
2 years later, I think we had our first cell phone.
2001.
But
But
that's
it was
his
from
birthday
7-Eleven. Remember
Yeah.
those?
Yeah.
it was my
Prepaid.
first. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was so convenient. You'd like get some coffee and a phone.
phone. Yeah. It's great. But that necklace he wears, I gave
Oh, yeah.
to him that night.
That weekend.
Yep, that Sunday night. Because that was his birthday.
Yeah.
So after he left, took the kids back to their mom.
Yeah.
I made him dinner and a cake and did all this birthday surprise for him. So then when he came back, and then he was hooked.
I was hooked. Immediately, I was hooked.
That's like us.
Yeah.
So what about, how long have you
Yeah.
guys been married? That was
We've
13
been
years.
13 years.
good job.
15 together.
Excellent.
Yeah.
We got set up on a blind date. She was supposed to meet somebody else
Yeah.
that night. They set her up with, and we ended up talking. And
Uh-huh.
Awesome.
so it was kind of, yeah.
So it was like a no call, no show from someone else?
No, he was there.
He was
Yeah,
there.
they-
I just started talking to
But
him.
he was lame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Lame.
Well, how did you end up there?
Oh, that's a long story. My work gave us tickets to a concert.
Okay.
And I had a spare ticket. And it was like 2 extra beers. And then
Yeah.
my friends were like, well, can we bring this girl along? And she's here to meet somebody else. It's not a date. And
So your ticket went to her.
Yeah.
So that I could
Awesome.
She
meet
stole my
another
beer. I was
another
upset.
dude.
That was my free beer.
He didn't care.
tickets.
He's like, just give
Oh,
me your
'cause you're
drink
like, let that
tickets.
seat stay empty
Yeah,
and
I
I
was
can have
like,
both
I can
those
have all
beers.
my free
It's because
beer, yeah.
It was a seat and a beer.
Yeah. And now look.
And
And now
here we are.
look, yeah. Well, they introduced me to her, and yeah, I saw her, and I was like, oh, no, I'm good without having a free beer.
Yeah.
Wow,
So, yeah,
I'm
you like-
good.
And it
She's
worked.
like,
Well, and I ordered Corona, and you
Yeah,
were like,
and then I
"Oh,
wasn't
she
that
ordered a
ready.
good beer."
that's
good.
right. I love it. I love
Yeah.
it. Yeah. Then you're like, okay, you can keep the ticket.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was,
It was
yeah,
worth it.
It was worth it. Still to this day, huh?
Yeah,
I love it. I love it.
yeah.
So,
And then what? You guys did you go from there and just start
Yeah, it was.
canoodling, or did you just start
Yeah,
dating?
We went on a date right after that.
We
and
did.
Then I was at her house, and she hugged me and goes, I hug all my friends. I was like, crap. You know, I was
friend
like,
zone.
yeah, I was like,
Fuck.
that sucks. And then I think I went back to her house like 2 nights later, and she's like, well, we should just get it over with. I'm like, what's that? She's like, we should just kiss.
yeah.
Yeah, because
I
he was
was like,
so
oh,
shy.
okay.
Yeah, like this
Yeah, I
is
was
gonna
mad
take
back
forever
then.
if
Yeah.
we go on your scale, buddy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
So
I'm
we
like,
did, and I was like, oh, God, she likes me. So I ran out of the house after that.
Yeah,
I was
you
like,
really were
I
like,
gotta
he was
go
all
home.
freaked out.
We're really like, okay,
Like,
great,
oh,
thanks.
this girl likes me, you know. And then
You're like,
I
what
went,
the hell?
You pushed her down,
and then
you ran out of that.
I was just like, Well, it was like 2 nights later, I went back, and we lived an hour apart at the time.
Yeah, we did.
And I went back, and she's like, well, we should just get it over with. I'm like, what's that? She's like, well, we should just have sex.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay.
the
So I was
night.
like,
Yeah.
holy crap, and we did it. And then, yeah.
Did it?
And it just went
Oh,
from
yeah.
there.
And she was the first girl that ever moved when you had sex. I was
Oh,
like, oh, my
yeah.
God, a girl's moving?
She's moving. What's
Yeah.
wrong with
That's
her?
what she's like.
You're like dead fish. Like, why
Yeah.
are you moving? I'm
What's wrong?
like,
I was like, wow, you want to get on top of me?
That's what he was like. I've never. It's like wow, and it's like yeah. Well, that's when you get a good one.
Yeah.
you get a
Keep
good
them. You
one.
gotta keep
Someone that
They're like,
participates.
that's
Yes.
right.
yeah, you need
Like,
equal
come on.
participation.
Absolutely.
For sure, yeah.
That's so great. I love it.
Yep. And then,
So then 15 years together, things are good.
Things
oh,
are good,
They're
yeah.
great. Yeah.
Yeah, and he moved in with me like
3
I don't know,
months
like
after we
3
met.
months
Yeah.
after we met.
Yeah.
So it was pretty quick too. Not as
Good.
quick as you guys.
Well,
but,
you know.
it's pretty quick. And
Some
Sean
people have
had a
commitment
goal.
issues.
Sean had a goal in mind.
Yeah.
It was great.
Saying it was mine from the moment I met her. So it can't,
Yeah.
I know that it happens to a lot of people, but I can't explain it. And
The
whatever.
first time
it's
I
the
met
same as
him.
that. It's
Yeah.
just, I was at a place where I was ready to go. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so
My bad thing was I wasn't.
No,
my,
he
my friends
wasn't.
told me I just bought a race car. I spent tons of money, and they're like, "You're gonna find a girl now." And I was like, "No, I'm staying single." And
And you
Yeah,
did.
I
it was
got
a week.
me.
I dumped all my money into this car, and
You
then I
still
met
have
her.
that race car?
No.
And we sold it.
Yeah.
That's right. You get another one.
Yeah.
I can someday.
Someday.
Something new, right?
Yeah.
Something more
So-
fun. I love it. Sean and I met briefly. So my girlfriend Paula is how I met him. And so we were going out, and she was like, we got to stop by this birthday party. And I'm thinking it's a grown-up birthday party, right? So I'm like, cool, sweet. We're headed to a party anyways, no problem. We pull up to the house, and I don't see Sean. I just hear him. He is yelling at her, that piece of shit car in my house, man. And she is not even out
It
of
was
the
a piece of shit.
She's not even out of the car yet, and she is like, fuck you, talk about my car, man. And I'm like, okay, this is going to be fun. He comes around the van. We're walking across the street. He and her are bickering back and forth. He just stops. Hi, I'm Sean.
Hey.
And I was like, hey. And that was the rest of the night. He
That
was
was it.
stuck by my side the rest of the night, talking me up, chatting me up the whole time. Well, because I'm super single Shayna, I'm like, whatever. You know, I'm going to a party. And that was it. And then I saw him 2 weeks later at the Bongathon. And that's when
I bought
the
my
crazy
ticket.
happened.
I bought my
That's what he
ticket to
said.
the Bongathon that day
yeah.
when I
That's
found out she was going. I sure
he
did.
is like, you better get me a ticket, Paula. You better get me one.
Funny.
Paula.
She's like, okay.
We need to get
okay.
Paula in here.
I know. I fucking love Paula. And without Paula, we wouldn't have Sean.
We wouldn't
That's awesome.
have anything.
I was actually going to ask if
Anyways.
you still talk to Paula because
Mm-hmm.
the friends
yeah.
that introduced us, we've just kind of
Disappeared.
yeah,
Yeah.
like we just
He was obsessed with her.
Oh.
yeah, it was a little weird,
wasn't-
but they,
yeah.
I mean they've
Well, that,
had children and gotten divorced now and stuff, so they've moved. I mean, we just haven't kept in touch.
No.
well, I was just going to say, did the guy that you were supposed to blind date with, did he like you, but then you didn't like him?
No,
I
he
have
was
no
my boss.
Oh, bummer.
Yeah. No, and to this day, he actually came to our wedding.
Yeah,
Well,
he did.
He's cool.
So
Yeah, and
that's
he met
cool.
his wife there.
His
wife
wife
caught
caught my bouquet.
Okay, and
Aw,
they got
nice.
married. Yeah, so
Yes.
Yeah,
so
so
it
it all
worked. I mean, it
worked
worked
out.
good.
I love
It
it.
worked out perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was all meant
Life
to
is
be.
crazy.
I don't know. When I met Sean, I felt like, I don't know. Everyone kind of, you were just this guy, just this like novelty guy.
Yeah, I was like arm candy.
Yeah. And then I met him and I was like, oh my gosh. And then
Oh, before I
everything-
met you?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I was a nut. Mm-hmm. I was a nut guy. I was the crazy guy
Yeah.
that you weren't having fun until you threw up, and I was the guy that was doing
was
it
me.
all.
That
you know
was
what I
you,
mean?
yeah.
Yeah, just a wild guy.
Yeah.
And so
That was
everyone
Swallows,
kind
man.
of, they all just kind of thought like, oh yeah, whatever, he's just that guy.
Fucking
And then
Swallow.
he meets me and everything changed. Like, and that's kind of, I think, why you kind of stop talking with people is because you found where you're supposed to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just stopped
then-
hanging out with the meth heads, because I was hanging out with Shayna. So I, like a lot of my friends would partied. I still see, like my good friends, they're still in the neighborhood. We don't hang out, but
It's so great. One of his friends, he freaking loved me. When he first met me the very first time, like I'm standing right there, right? And he looks at Sean and he's like, just kind of mouths to him, "Is this your trim?" Right? And I'm like, and so I said, "Yeah, I'm his trim." And then he's like, "Oh my God, like you saw me." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm not a dumbass girl. I'm like a fucking awesome girl." And so then he fell in love with me. He got married at his wedding reception. He takes me out, his friend takes me to his car. Hey, if you just say the word and we can just get in this car and drive away.
Oh my god.
because he just bought a new Corvette. Oh,
Okay.
so it's 87.
I'm like, this is your
So-
wedding
78.
reception. And he's like, I know. I got credit cards she doesn't know about. We could just go. And I'm like, oh, my phone is coming alive.
What in the hell?
How weird. Yeah, it was really interesting. And I laughed so hard. I came in. I was like, he just told me to get in the car and go with him. So he goes, what are you going to do?
Are you going? At least get some cash. Try to
Yeah.
get that car. It's like a 77 Stingray, I think.
It's
77.
beautiful.
Oh, and it was pristine.
It's
It was-
beautiful.
Oh, so 70s with the like fake wood grain or whatever.
that's
dash.
cool.
Those click knobs. That was great.
Oh, that's
Fucking
awesome.
makes me
Awesome.
laugh.
I love
that
those
guy.
Stingrays.
He
That
tried
guy.
to date my sister. And then he was like, I can't date your sister. she's nothing like you. I told you that. Like, I fucking told you that, dude. Come on.
Oh, no.
We're not all this awesome.
Nope.
No.
Well, that was the guy that introduced us. I met him through my sister, and remember he told you, he's like,
Yeah, we're
she's way
friends.
hotter than her sister.
Yeah. And I was like, okay. And then he's like, but we have this contract. We could be friends with benefits.
And I was like, no, there was nothing ever going on. That was
Love
not
it.
happening.
I was super slutty when I met Sean. He
Yeah, I
knew-
was too.
But that's part of it, right? Like, that was just my personality, always. I was always super friendly, always super flirtatious. I did absolutely whatever I wanted. Nobody told me what to do.
Yep.
Because I had 4 older sisters, I knew a lot more than I should have ever known. And I used that to my advantage, you know? And then when I met him, he was super flirtatious. I can't say he was slutty because
I was slutty in my
tried
heart.
to be slutty.
I was slutty in my
I
heart.
was too.
I was. I could have been slutty had I had the opportunity.
Yes.
And the first time I was balls out to do it, I found my perfect slut. And so, you know what I mean?
That's you.
That is
Oh
me.
my god.
That's it. He calls me that all the time.
Oh,
I'm like,
yeah.
You must be
My
slut.
perfect
Yeah.
slut. Because, we have these images in our minds of these women that we want and the things.
yeah.
It's pornography does it to us.
Yep.
We can all say it, that you see these things over and over and over, and that's what you expect sex
yeah.
to be like.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then you meet chicks and have sex with them, and then they don't move. And you
Yeah.
think, oh my God, I may have put her to sleep.
Exactly.
This isn't like Big Boners 3 at all.
Oh, no, she was moving. She was alive still.
Oh, that's like ever since we started being swingers, he's like, they all move.
I'm like, these girls move. What's the difference
Yep.
with that?
Because
Yeah.
they want to be
They
there.
want to be
They
there.
want
Yeah.
to be there. And that's the difference. It's like people struggle in their sex. It's like, well, do you even really understand what it is you're looking for? You know, do you even understand what it is you want? That's why it's like Sean and I, we don't need to have sex with other people. We'll totally watch you have sex.
Yeah.
And while you're having sex, we'll probably start having sex then.
For sure.
But like that was, I don't know, that's part of our contract. That's part of our agreement. That's part of our deal, you know?
For me, I wasn't super oversexed or had a lot of sex before I met Shayna, but I did know the moment and every time that we have sex, that's the best sex for me.
Oh, yeah. It
So
is.
it's like,
Yeah, we say that now. Even like we like watching each other with other people, but it's always like that reconnection sex.
yeah,
after.
after that,
Yeah.
That's
is
like
the-
that-
that's the
best
stuff.
sex.
That's
Okay, so let me
Yeah.
ask you a question.
okay.
Because we know a lot of people, but the first time you guys were having sex with somebody else, was it what you thought?
The first
The
time,
first
no.
time didn't turn out at all like we were
no.
thinking because we were so new going into it that we met a couple and they preferred to do separate rooms.
Yeah,
Right.
because you were wearing the wristbands.
No. No. We should.
The wristbands was not our first experience.
Yeah,
Okay,
no,
good.
not
We
that
actually,
Good.
we're all on websites and we met them on a website. And we went out and had drinks with them the first time
Yeah.
and nothing happened. And then they had talked to us about how they really enjoy doing separate rooms and they come back together and they talk to each other about their experiences. And us going into it, we were like, we want to be watching each other. But for whatever reason, we thought,
Well,
the way they
talked us into
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
They
They're
absolutely-
convinced you, of course.
They talked,
Absolutely.
They talked us
This
into
is
it, and
a
it
better
sounded
way.
really interesting. We were like, okay, let's try that.
Their approach to it is
It was.
like,
That
here's
is-
the blue pill.
Yeah, and
See,
they thought it'd be
this would
easier
be
for
this
us.
would be
Exactly.
step number 1 in the communication already.
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
We had some
Of
learning
talking-
experience
absolutely.
going
Totally.
all the way through
Yep.
here. But then we did the whole separate thing, and it took a toll on us, like
Yeah.
figuring
I felt
out.
guilty.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
you should. Yeah, right out of the gate, you broke a
Well, yeah.
boundary.
Yeah, I was
Yep.
like,
right out of the gate,
yeah,
you broke
right
the
out-
boundary.
Yeah, so we right away we were like, okay, that is not for us. And right away I was like, well, maybe we shouldn't do this at all.
Right.
Well, then he's all, gotta try everything twice.
I was like,
I
"No, not
agree.
twice," 'cause it was because she
Well,
thought
and
Yeah,
there's,
you can't
there's
blame it
so
up,
many
yeah.
options.
There is.
Exactly.
And after you I feel like after you experience that one where you feel defeated, and it's like, okay, I have to see if it's me or if it's the
Yeah.
situation.
And we've learned, like, everybody, like this, you call people swingers, but everybody has a different dynamic.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Swingers, such a
absolutely.
broad-
Like you guys have your
Yeah.
boundaries.
Yep.
Like everyone has a different thing they're looking
Yeah.
for.
And a different definition.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's a
Very
different
Well,
definition.
and
Totally.
sometimes those definitions totally play to what they want to have
Yes.
happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To what they want to make
Yes.
happen
They're-
in that situation.
Not a standard.
Right.
They're-
Exactly.
Right.
Oh yeah, we don't do that either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we could still try this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right,
You know.
right.
Yeah.
And because we know so many people, we've gone to swinger parties, we've gone to swinger places, we've talked to people, we watch. And so then you just see things and it's like, oh, trickery is happening right here.
Yeah.
Let's watch. And then you watch.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
see
We
it
like to watch.
play
Yeah.
out.
It's
You know
kind
what I
of
mean?
fun.
Hey, but then it gives you that opportunity to be like, well, if that was us, what we have done.
Yes.
True.
What would we have done in that situation? Would we have reacted
Yeah.
the same way? Would we have reacted differently? You know,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I have men that have approached me, and I'm just like, no,
Yeah.
thanks. I appreciate. Thank you for
Yep.
telling me you love my boobs. I
Yeah.
do too. And
Yeah.
I'm sure you want to touch them, but I'm good. You know, and
Yeah.
then come on, and it's like, and then you can blatantly
Yeah.
just be no, or you can be nice about it. It kind of depends on the situation.
Oh, yeah.
Which you learn
For sure.
as it goes on.
Yeah.
Very
you
true.
learn every time.
Every time.
Like
Every time.
Every time. We have like stories to come back to each other like, okay, I didn't like this or I liked that. But our second experience
Was awesome.
was awesome.
Yeah.
It was very awesome. I learned I'm way more bisexual than I ever thought I was.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, the journey.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
the journey.
Yeah,
I mean,
at
he knew it.
At first,
but-
it was, I just want to touch a girl's boobs and kiss her and see how soft her body is. And
Oh,
now
just
it's like,
try
And
check it
now
out.
it's like,
oh,
I'm
yeah.
all over it.
Yeah, oh,
Yeah.
yeah. She's
Yeah.
like, I have to have her first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
like,
bad,
I
yeah.
love women now. I'm like, ooh. And it changed a lot.
Ah, interesting. Well, I guess it gave you the freedom to explore that side of
Exactly.
yourself in the safe zone.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
because of that, you've been able to embrace it.
Yeah.
She's
And
been
now
a
when
lot.
we look at profiles and he's like, oh, they're cute. And I'm like, is she straight or is she bi? Right. And I'm like, oh,
Right.
nope, not that one. Go
It's,
on.
yeah, because that. I guess there are the non-bi.
You know what I
girls.
think?
There is.
It really helps if everyone is just a little bi.
I think so.
Because-
a little bit.
It makes the situation more
That's
comfortable.
true.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because if there is an unintentional touching or whatever, no one freaks out. No one's like, I mean, because we always
Yeah.
talk about it too, right? Like, if you ever imagined going to a giant ass orgy, we can't have people like, don't touch my dick. Oh my
Yeah.
God, you touch my dick. You're a dude. You touch my dick.
Dude, you grazed me.
Yeah.
Right, you can't even, because a lot of times you're not even really looking at that other person.
Yeah.
You're just going in for a scoop or whatever, and maybe you do a little accidental touching. You know what I mean?
bump.
That's what he's like. He's totally straight, but he's understanding of there might be some bumping.
They don't
Right.
reach over and grope me. I'm all right. If they bump me, I'm good.
Right. Well, this is what we always talk about. How do dudes do DP? Don't
That's-
touch my dick. Don't touch my dick.
Yeah.
Oh, but you're going to jam your dick hole. Your dick's in my hole and rub them together. And that's fine. That's fine. But don't touch it once it comes out of there. I mean, that's where it's just like all these double standards, right? It's like,
Kind of is.
what the fuck, man? I don't know. It's pretty funny, though. But, yeah, but you can see. You can see what people's intentions are when you're watching the situation.
Yeah.
You can see if the man is bi or if he's more wanting to go towards the man.
Yeah,
you know,
you can
because
see.
that's the thing that guys will do too. They'll be, oh no, it's fine, it's fine. But then in the moment, here he's coming up. Oh yeah, come on, but
Yeah.
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 You
see
know
it.
what I mean? And you're like, whoa, dude, no,
Totally.
that's
Exactly.
more than bumping.
Nope, that's my ass.
You're no longer
Right.
a casual observer, my
Yep.
friend.
You look at her, and you're like, is that your finger?
Yeah.
And she's like, not my finger. And you're like, okay, buddy.
Yep.
Back that finger out.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly.
We haven't actually had to experience
Not yet.
any.
Everybody's
I mean,
been pretty respectful.
everyone's been
so
really
You're only a
respectful.
We're a year in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've seen a lot. We have
That's what-
seen so much.
The
guys have
more
seen-
you
I
get
know.
comfortable,
Yep.
the more things happen. And like
Yeah.
for us, we'll just put ourselves in the situation just to be like, okay, let's see what crazy things do or do not happen.
Oh, that's kind of fun. We should do that.
Yeah.
Just to watch, just to be there as like a silent observer in a sense.
Listen, I've been a silent
On the fringes.
observer with
Yeah.
oil.
You know what I mean?
Right? And we'll be
Yeah,
watching
yeah,
and
yeah.
I'll be like, God, that's so dry.
Yeah.
God, they are not enjoying that. How
Oh,
can you
yeah.
be enjoying? And then I'll just
horrible.
walk over with a handful of oil and rub it in there.
Yeah.
And walk away. And then they're like, oh, thank you. You want in? I'm like, nope,
Nope.
just watching.
Yeah.
But y'all needed some help there. So,
Just assistance. Just assistance.
That's
just
awesome.
kidding.
Oh my
I tell them all
God.
the time, I wish I had a squirt bottle. Pew, 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 pew.
Right.
You need some oil.
Well, there was the guy that one time that
Oh,
had a
right.
ketchup bottle like
Oh,
thing.
God.
And
Oh my
He
God.
could just
olive oil
squirt
or
it in
some,
there. I don't even know.
Coconut oil is what he said.
Yeah, I don't even know. But
That's
funny
awesome.
ass
That's risky.
shit, right?
Oh, yeah.
That could have been laced with anything he's squirting on your
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
junk.
Yeah,
I don't
you
want
don't.
that on.
No.
Yeah. You don't want strangers squirting
No.
stuff on you.
No.
Junk,
Yeah.
yeah.
Stranger
you don't know what
danger
it
right
is, really,
there.
I guess.
Yeah.
It's so great. It's so great.
It's different.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. And because, like, Sean and I are so comfortable with our lifestyle,
Yeah.
you know, man, we have some fun.
Yeah.
God, we will
Because
just...
we can say anything at
Yeah.
that point. I can laugh at people when they say, "Oh no, you should really let me try, and she'll really have a good time," or some shit
My
like that.
favorite
The dudes
thing-
say those dudes say
Yeah.
like,
My
"Oh, but I
favorite-
can show her how
Yeah.
it is."
Yeah.
It's like, dude, you make me laugh. She's about to humiliate you.
Yeah.
Go
Yeah.
ahead,
Yeah.
do something, honey. You know what I mean?
So you guys get approached
Because-
a lot because you're
We get approached a lot.
being nudists. You go to a lot of swinger type
Yeah,
places where
because
you
that's
got-
where you
Well,
can be
I
naked.
wouldn't say a
Yeah.
lot, but we go to places where you can hang out nude.
Okay.
We would go and hang out around by a place where we go and have some of the best conversations of our lives.
Sometimes
It was-
I could see that.
that was where we would actually be able to talk about the kids,
Talk about
about
everything.
life. You know what I mean?
And we've done that with some swinger friends too. We've
Yeah.
had
No,
friends.
not
we've
speak with
no.
anyone else. Just the two of
Oh,
us.
just-
Just
Yeah.
be able
Oh,
to
yeah.
get away
In the
from
environment.
this house, get away from the kids,
Yeah,
get away
true.
from the jobs, and now you're in this place where you're completely kind of anonymous.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you know what I
that's
mean?
true.
And you're in a dark place, and you're nude, and you're hanging out, and you're having some drinks, and you can float in the pool.
Yep.
And people don't talk to you or bother you
if you don't want.
if you don't
Right.
make eye
Yeah.
contact. You know what I mean? Which we didn't make eye contact for 15 years.
No, that's not true. We would talk to people, but sometimes
So were you
when
looking
You
at
know?
something other than their eyes?
you look at everything, that's what I tell
Just
people.
don't look up. You know
I
what mean?
tell
And you
new
just-
people that too. When you go, just look them up and down.
Yeah.
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 It's just what you, because then it's just done,
Yeah.
and then it's just done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
but
true.
But we could just sit there in
I
our own little
would
bubble
just-
and
Oh, yeah.
really
That's
kind
true.
of
But,
but
dissect
like we
life
go to
That's
the
good.
nude
and
hot
talk about
springs all
people
the time.
all at the
Yeah.
same time.
And
That's all.
it's the same there. The nude hot springs are the same. You
Yeah.
can talk to people, or you don't have to talk to people.
See, and we've been to the hot springs too, but we
after
just
dark.
Yeah, after
Yeah.
dark. We just
well,
like
you need to go to some that are nude during the daytime.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
We do.
Oh, get out in
Because
the
there's
sun.
like we go to one and it's a little further
Incredible.
away, and that's what I tell everyone: being
Man.
naked by the pool in the fucking summer is the most amazing thing on the planet.
Nothing
You're just
better.
getting sun.
nothing
You're just
better.
out there sun tanning. You're just, and then you get in the water and you get out. And now same thing. You can go over and talk to the people sitting next to you.
Yeah.
You could talk to everybody, or you can just sit there silently and talk to yourself. And
Never talk to
people,
anybody.
yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah,
to do
absolutely.
that.
and that's more about being nude because
Yeah.
that was kind of my question for you guys.
Yes.
Where do you go to just be nudists and not be around?
The
Well,
other stuff.
the number one place to go and be a nudist and not have any sexual, any kind of anything is a nudist resort.
Yeah,
Okay.
Because it's not, and sexual contact and stuff is not
permitted.
permitted at a
Okay.
nudist resort.
Like
because that's
when you're at the pool, it's like you're at a public pool.
exactly
So you can't wrap your legs around him and
making out,
with
stuff
him.
like
in
that.
you guys can talk. You guys can, you can fucking play Marco Polo in the pool.
Yep.
You can do anything you want, but nothing that looks sexual
Okay.
in nature. Because when you go to those nudist places, there are children there
Sometimes,
that are also naked.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Because it's a family resort.
So is there places close by that you guys can go to that are? Just,
Oh yeah,
There are.
Okay.
Well,
the-
not to you, unfortunately.
Yeah.
There's a place 20 minutes from us.
right. The
I
mountain.
know, we're a little too.
Yeah, but you're
okay.
an hour north or something.
Yeah, so it'd be like an hour and a
that.
half for us.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Mountain Air Ranch.
Yeah.
It's a nudist resort right over here up in the hills, and it's fantastic.
Amazing.
And I'll tell you something else. You go there and you see the children, they make you feel more comfortable.
Oh yeah, I could see that a little bit.
Because
Yeah.
they're the ones just running and playing on the slide and playing in the pool.
And it's the innocence of like
Absolutely.
Yeah, it takes away
Absolutely.
all that
Yeah.
perversion.
But up there, you can
That's cool.
camp.
Oh,
They
yeah.
have a cabin you can stay at
Outdoor
up there.
showers.
They
That'd be
do
awesome.
theme parties year round.
Yeah.
But when you join that, then you join the National Nudist Society
Association.
Yeah, and so it's a whole thing. But then you find out where they all are all over the country that you
Oh,
can
neat.
go to.
Yeah.
You meet different people.
Yeah.
I mean, you'll see grandparents with their grandchildren up there.
That's
You
really
know,
cool.
and then you see their children come in, the parents of these grandchildren, and all right, Mom, well, we're gonna go back to the cabin. We're gonna,
Yeah,
you know what I mean,
like
and get the
generations.
kids
Oh,
and
okay.
just,
That is cool.
you know, I mean, they do like body painting competitions. I mean, it's a fantastic place. They have hundreds and hundreds of hiking miles that you can hike in the mountain completely naked.
Oh.
And once you go
They
into
should be
the
sponsors
resort,
this podcast.
Yeah. Once you go into the
There you
resort,
go.
you are in there and you can be naked the entire time.
place.
So like
Okay.
we go and camp up there,
100
and it's the
miles.
best thing in the morning.
Hiking.
Like you open up your tent and you open up your door because you're going to go to the bathroom that's just right over there, right? And because the community kitchen is right there, and
Okay.
and here comes a dude walking down with his towel over his shoulder, going to the outdoor shower.
And all you need to do is
That's
put your
neat.
flip flops on
Huh.
and go walking right over there. And,
That's it. You just wear shoes.
Shoes.
and always
Crocs
carry a
on.
butt towel.
Yeah.
Butt towel on
Crocs.
your Crocs.
Gotta
Always
have a
got
butt towel.
Crocs.
Always have a butt towel.
And always have a butt towel.
Yeah.
But
that is one of my most favorite places.
that's
to
one
go.
place. The other places are the nudist hot springs. And
Yeah.
it's very much the same thing. There's no sexual contact.
Okay.
And you'll see families there.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like when we go to the one in Pueblo, there'll be people there barbecuing with
Oh, yeah.
their kids.
Right there on the
and
side of
a
the
couple
hot
of their
springs.
kids will be nude and a couple of them won't.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, it's all individual.
Or they'll start out with their clothes on and then take them off as the day goes on. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
so-
It's an interesting dynamic to watch
I bet.
because it's like, oh, and then like when you're talking, you're trying to put it together, or you just go over and ask.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that's like when we
That-
camped
yeah.
at the hot springs,
Yeah.
and that was so amazing.
That was so
We're gonna
great.
do that again, but we like just start talking to people, you know, and they, oh, we live over here, this is our schedule, we know we're gonna be here.
Mm-hmm.
Tuesday is the only day you're required to wear clothes at that hot springs.
Interesting.
You know, the rest of the time it's clothing optional.
Yeah. And that guy was like, and this is my wife, and this is my girlfriend, and that's our kid, and my girlfriend's kid and mine, and this is my wife's kid, and his. And it was like, a couple of them were dressed. So the little boys, of course, are running around naked.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
boys don't care about
boys
nothing.
are-
Yeah. And
Mostly
you
the
know, it's
little
very-
girls just will have bottoms on, if anything.
very casual.
Yeah.
You know, it's very cool. That's been the coolest place, I think.
See, that was my question for you guys because, like, for us, we don't look into like nudist stuff,
Yeah.
but we've learned so much about where swingers meet. So I'm like,
Well, you would
nudists
be
have gotta have, like, a
surprised
community too,
how much it overlaps.
and I'm sure it
Okay.
does
Because when you go to Mars, you're going to see people that you've seen at parties, that you've seen other places, because the lifestyles run. They're the same.
They are.
The only thing is a boundary.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
You go places to have a boundary.
Yeah.
You know, and so it's like, okay.
We've never been to Scarlet Ranch. Have you guys ever been there?
We are going for
we
her
would
birthday.
like we
We're
want to
going
go
for
for
your
my
birthday?
birthday,
Yeah.
but we have not been.
It's like super expensive.
Yeah.
It is
right?
expensive.
And I don't think you can run around in there naked.
I don't
No.
think there's designated spots for
Right.
what I
Yeah.
hear.
Right.
That you can't just walk around naked the whole time.
Yeah.
That just gets too hard once you're drinking.
That's
Oh,
why.
Yeah,
I
that's
just-
what I'm thinking.
Yep.
We went
You
to a
know?
Halloween party at a hotel,
Oh,
and
geez,
it wasn't a full hotel takeover. Like there were families in there too, so it
Yes,
was a little
it was
bizarre.
awkward.
Yeah.
I got so drunk, I was walking around with a t-shirt and panties on. I mean, I was walking
The
up and down
hallways.
halls
Yeah.
and everything, and
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was like not really clothed.
Right.
very
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get
You get drunk.
comfortable. You get
Yeah.
loose.
Well, you get
forget.
comfortable.
Oh,
yeah.
It's not
Comfortable.
that you just get comfortable, and
That's true.
that's what we try to explain to people. The first time you go, no, of course you're not going to feel comfortable. Are you kidding? It's something foreign to you.
Yeah.
Yes.
But then you feel comfortable after a while, and then it's like, okay, and then sometimes you feel too comfortable, and you're
Yeah.
all, oh, rewind, back that up a little bit.
Been there.
You know,
Yeah.
it's like, shit, okay, I
Yeah.
didn't intentionally mean to do that, but that leads to another conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
It
know?
does.
That was me walking around drunk asking every girl, are you bisexual? Can I touch your boobs?
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
yeah, don't be that girl.
I
We
was.
know a girl
Stop
like
it
that.
right now.
Yep. We
I
know
was for a
girl
minute.
like that.
Okay,
For a
just for a
minute.
Just for a
minute,
minute.
you
We brought
reeled
you
it in.
back.
Pump the
Actually,
brakes.
Change your
couple-
approach.
The
Yeah.
couple girls that I did that to were like, okay, touch my boobs.
Yeah, there are those.
They're
Yeah.
all gonna say that. I'm just gonna say they're all gonna say
Probably.
it because a certain amount of that is also the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? So when women are usually like yes because they know what it's doing to other people
Right.
in the
Yeah,
room. Right.
that's
And
true.
So
So,
don't say, are you bisexual? Be like, oh my god, you're beautiful. I'd love to touch your nipple.
Well, yeah, I got a little too drunk that
well,
night.
Yeah.
you're your first year in.
Yeah.
Very true.
Yeah, absolutely. You'll learn. Have you gone to swinger parties, like private parties at houses?
No.
We
That's
haven't done the
what
house
we're-
parties.
we'd like
Wanted
to.
to. Ours,
We're not swingers, and we've done
I know,
house
I've-
parties.
oh,
man. You guys are way ahead of me.
Experience, man.
That's how we met.
That was an experience. That's how we met.
That's
some
how
of
we
our
met some of
great
our very
friends.
best friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, because then you find yourself standing with other people like-minded like you, and you're all just like,
First time here? Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
See, we gotta go.
Yeah.
We've kind of focused
Yeah.
on
Meeting people,
meeting people
online.
through the website. Like
Yeah.
we go on, we look at people's
I
profiles.
feel like a lot of people live out north, though.
It
We
is.
have quite
Fort
a few.
Collins
Fort
is good
Collins
for it.
seems like we've
Yeah.
met a lot of people in Fort Collins. There's certain bars where like, okay,
no, we're like, oops.
there's certain bars you go to that you're like, wow, everyone here must be swingers because every time they ask us to go out, they want to go to the same bars.
Yep.
It's like
Absolutely.
There's two. There's two near us that we're like,
There's some over
Yeah.
here too.
Interesting.
yeah,
And Hawaiian shirts.
Oh yeah, we thought for a long time Hawaiian shirts were a code because
I still think
like,
it is.
You
It
think
could
so?
be. I don't know.
Because
I still think
we
it is.
went to the party and a lot of people had Hawaiian shirts on, the dudes.
Okay.
And then we were at a bar one time, noticed a lot of people that had shirts on, and then ran into someone that was at that party and realized,
With the same shirt on.
yeah, with a Hawaiian
make you
shirt
another
on,
one?
okay.
and realized, okay, a
Oh.
Hawaiian shirt's a thing.
Have you ever gone online and
But,
looked at all those signs of swingers?
Yeah.
Like the White Rock and,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and all that. And it, the pineapple,
She wears pineapple. We
I
had
have
to
a
put
pineapple
pineapple.
tattoo.
giraffe,
Yeah, look, I even have
a
my-
pineapple tattoo.
Yeah.
Now my socks.
Oh, I was gonna say you're
My
you're
socks
hardcore.
Yeah,
oh, there's
she's-
skull pineapples, even better.
Yeah,
Now those are
no,
cool.
yeah.
I like those. Sweet. They're sweet
I like
socks.
crazy socks.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
them.
She tries to throw it out there.
Oh well, they'll have to get you some tie dye socks.
I would love
I
to.
think I'm wearing some right now. Yeah.
Ooh, nice. I
got a
like
pair of
that.
Shannon's on.
That's
You
all
are
it
too.
sounds
That's
like
all we ever wear is tie dye socks anymore. So then you guys are married 15 years, and 14 years in, you're like, hey,
I turned 40.
let's try this thing.
Yes.
It just
I
you
turned-
turned 40. So
No,
who brought it
we-
up? Who brought it? Was
I did.
you?
Yeah.
I did.
Oh, that's rare. It's usually the dude.
Yeah, we've
Yeah.
learned that. Everybody we meet, it's usually the
No,
dude.
there's a
we've met
couple couples
couple.
that's the woman, but
Yeah.
I think nowadays it can be a little more open with.
I think so too. Well, I turned 40 and I felt like I was like having a midlife crisis or something. And I've
But
always
you
been.
guys had 3 kids, and just one together.
One
two,
together.
two previous kids. Okay,
and so
so you've been momming it up for
momming
Oh,
it up
yeah.
forever.
20 years.
And that was part of it too, because the youngest one is very preteen now and doesn't want anything to do with us. And
Mm-hmm.
so it's just us. And we were sitting on the couch, crocheting, as you see I like to do. And he's
Do
looking
you
at
crochet too?
No.
Oh, okay.
I was looking at how to tie flies on YouTube.
He's
That's a man crochet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
looking at this fishing stuff, and I'm like, okay, I've thought about this for a long time, but we need to get a life. And I
Yeah.
brought it up to him, and I thought he would think I was crazy because
I want to. How'd you bring it up?
I just was. Well, I watch Sister Wives a lot, so then when I watched that,
Sister
I would.
Wives.
I
Now
kept
that's
saying-
the polygamy
Yeah.
show.
Yeah, and I was
okay.
like, you
We
need.
had
I was
joked
like,
about
I had joked. I
threesomes
was like,
and-
you need an extra wife, and then I was
I
like,
have brother
oh.
husbands.
Yeah, which I think are
Yeah.
way
Oh, yeah.
better than sister wives.
Oh yeah, I couldn't deal with that many women.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Women are wonderful creatures.
Yeah. One's good.
One's good.
Yeah,
Always
you don't.
good.
Yeah.
You don't need more than one.
No,
No.
You got the right one.
We're
Yeah.
bossy
Yeah,
enough.
one good, right woman can handle like 3 dudes.
Oh yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Amen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And so
Anyway, so you're sitting on the couch
Yeah.
crocheting, and he said, "Hey,
I'm like, what do you think about being swingers? And I actually thought he would think it was weird because you were kind of a prude.
Oh, yeah.
Like he wasn't with a lot of women before he met me. So he's actually
wanted
been with
to
more
be-
Like
women.
less than 10?
Yeah.
A lot less.
A
Than
lot
10.
less than
Okay.
He's
Number
been with
4.
more.
number 4."
I've been with
He's
more
been with
women
women
since we've
now
been married,
since we've been
and I've
swingers.
never
Oh, since
cheated on
this
her.
in this last year.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I thought he would freak out, and he's like, well, that's
Okay.
an idea. And he right away picks up his phone and starts looking up swinger stuff.
Oh
And he
yeah.
goes,
See, he's a research guy.
I was.
He's a
I did.
research
I looked it
guy.
up. Oh yeah.
Yeah, he
Yeah, you
got
don't stop researching.
Yeah, you just do
No.
research. Yeah,
you,
you
keep,
research.
you keep that up.
he
Ah.
got
And
the
so you
web-
found some videos. So,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
you
Read a
guys
bunch of
join
stuff.
any social networks and stuff?
Yes.
We belong to 2 different social networks.
Which ones?
We
Cassidy and
Okay.
Cassidy
Swing
and
Lifestyle.
Swinger Lifestyle. Yep.
That's the ones that
Yeah.
what's her name? Ashley was
Yeah.
telling us. Yep.
Yeah, so SLS was the first one we did.
was cheap.
SLS.
It was cheaper,
Swing
Swinger
Lifestyle.
Oh.
And so that was the cheaper one, and we did that at 1st. And then it's been a few months, and we joined Cassidy as
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
well.
Yep.
But they show all the parties and different
Right.
things going around on in the area too.
Right.
So then that's how
So
we ended up
Craigslist. I
going
mean, that's
to-
how we found that one. Party. Craigslist.
that was
We
the-
found that one party on Craigslist.
Yeah.
And then from there, we met Mary and Joey, and then that's how we learned about SLS and
yeah.
Cassidy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because they're married 27 years.
Yeah.
And they started, gosh, we've known them a while now, but they
10
started
years.
right before we met them.
Yeah. They were just starting in the lifestyle.
It was so great.
So what was
to-
your first?
That's so
What was your
great.
first step out? I mean, I know it was a bad experience, you guys
Yeah.
said, the guys, but how did you get that far? I mean, where would you
Was it
but,
well-
and not end up at a party?
Well,
Yeah,
okay,
we
so
should
it was
have
a dumb.
gotten-
We probably should have gone to a party, but what we did was we looked at a bunch of profiles,
Ah.
and we agreed on like 5
Yeah,
people,
And then we.
and then I said, okay, I have a favorite, but if I say it, you're just going to agree with me to agree with me. So I got a piece of paper out. I handed it to him. I said,
Good.
you number them 1 through 5, and I'll number them 1 through 5, and then we'll look. And our very top match
Was the same people.
Okay.
people. And
Yeah.
so
That's good.
we were like, okay, let's send them a message. And we sent them a message, and they wrote us back. And
Now I will say the one thing,
Bum-ba-dum,
like
bum-bum.
your
Yeah.
first
They had you over to their
experience-
house with the double swinger room.
Yeah.
well, we went to a bar, and
Went
Yeah.
to a hotel.
Hotel.
Yeah.
Okay.
we played trivia and called ourselves
Oh, yeah.
swingers because we had to have a name, and I think the whole bar was looking at
Yeah,
us.
it was
That's so
yeah.
funny.
It was awesome. It was funny.
I had a guy come up to me at Bar Bingo, and he was like, I hear you love Sean's. I'm like, I do love Sean's. He's like, I'm Sean. I'm like, oh, great, I love Sean's. And he was like, can I buy you a shot? And I was like, sure. So I give it to my Sean, you know? And I mean, because someone's driving home. So it's like, okay. And he was like, no, I bought that for you. And I was like, yeah, well, I'm driving. He's like, well, no, I mean, like, I want you to love me like you love your Sean. And I was like, okay, well, we're not swingers, you know? And he's like, no, you are. You are. Come on, try
How
it.
you were portrayed,
are.
though. I
And
mean,
it's
I feel like it came across that way
Oh.
when he was on, when you were.
That's
on
how
the
they-
show.
I
They
know,
very
but
much-
I tried. I felt like I tried to, but it wouldn't have mattered what I said.
No,
No.
they very much always tried to paint that light
always
on
said
him
that we were not
because
swingers.
people
You know,
react
right?
to us.
I said
different.
those words.
Yeah.
But still, there was nothing else I can do to have changed your mind because. You
Well,
know,
they say
it doesn't
things like,
matter.
"Oh,
I mean, I'm not blaming you. or
That
anything,
one was
but
hanging on Shayna,
Yeah,
or oh,
yeah.
you were super friendly with her.
Yeah, well, that
I
same-
mean, they would do that all the time, and it was like
that same
oh my God,
night,
oh my
that
God.
same Sean came up and asked if he could buy me a shot, and I was like, "Yeah, let's buy a shot." And he's like, "Are you sure you guys aren't swingers?" And I was like, "No, man, we're not swingers." He's like, "Because my wife really wants to fuck you." That's sweet, bro. That's sweet. I get that, but
So great.
it's just
I'm
not. I'm just
sorry.
not gonna. It's just not gonna happen.
Not
Yeah.
gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's not gonna happen.
What did the
That's
last
so
time
funny.
it happened? The last time it happened, he said to her, because she was much older. What, you think there's gonna be some granny love?
Yeah.
I was like, we don't do that. And
No,
there- she said, "Are you sure? Are you sure?"
You sure?
And I told Sean,
but I thought you did.
Yeah.
I said, if they knew the shit that we actually did, they would be like, okay,
Yeah.
we're good.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because they don't actually know us. They know of
Yeah.
this ethereal thing.
Yeah.
People talk
that
about-
they've
Well, I thought you
heard
guys were
about us.
furries and everything. I mean,
Well, now I might
Now
be a
that-
furry.
that
Now
would
that
be
I
fun.
might,
That's
cool.
I might be a furry.
You might be a furry.
If
Okay.
I had a
All
furry,
right.
I would
know. I was
love to
Sean
have a furry
has
suit, and I
dressed
would wear it.
up as a
I
mascot
love
many
mascots. I
times.
love costumes. So no, I would claim a furry before
you?
a swinger.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but so. that
That's
came off rough.
interesting.
I felt like that was a little that swing.
That's what makes people think that. You
Yeah,
know what
you know
I
what I
mean?
mean? True.
Because we talk so openly and honestly about everything that's what it's like. And it's like, oh my God, I have so much knowledge. I don't care. Let's look. Let's learn together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, but that doesn't mean that in that moment, that's what you're going to do. You know
Right.
what I mean? Like, we've been together so long, it's like, nah, I'm good. Or it's like, okay, come on. I got something. You got to see this. You know what I
Oh, yeah.
mean?
Right.
And then you run over and it's like, oh my God. And they're like, you want in? We're like, no, go ahead.
We're
Just watch.
Keep
watching.
going. We're
No.
just watching.
No,
Yeah,
no.
absolutely.
Do that. What we were doing a second ago before I went and got him.
Right. Show him that. Show him that. You know what I mean? Absolutely.
How many times have we come back from stuff now and be like, oh, they did this and this to me. Show me that.
Well, it was like
But-
even like little things like you were kissing her, and then you're like, wait, go do that to my wife. Whatever
Yeah.
you just did.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But see, that can also just make it more fun.
Yeah, it
for
does
you
make it
guys.
fun.
You
That's
know?
what's fun, yeah.
Because we learn from everybody that we've met, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or sometimes you're like, okay,
That's
it's
not.
time to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've had
It's
that.
time to go.
We've had that.
Tap, 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 tapping your toe. It's time to fucking. I'm gonna start the car.
Yeah,
And if you're
let's
not
go.
there in 10, I'm fucking leaving.
Yeah.
You.
Yeah.
You know, because sometimes it can go so the wrong
crazy.
way.
It can.
And sometimes some people can just be horrible. One time, Sean was at an event, so I went with our friends who are swingers, and they were like, "Oh, it's a big bar takeover. Come!" And I was like, "Great, I'll come and hang out for a couple hours waiting because it wasn't far from where I was." And then we were all going to go out. Okay, so we're there, and this guy's like chatting me up and stuff. And oh yeah, and it's oh come on, come over here and let me come over here and let me fuck you. And I'm like, oh dude, I'm sorry, I'm not here for that. And he was like, what? I said I'm just here with my friends. Oh my God, he went off on me. Why the fuck are you here? I want to fuck you. That's what everyone's here to fucking do. And so like those moments, it's like, okay, yeah, this is definitely not
That's
for me.
bad.
Right.
Yeah.
But then like everyone else, hey, what are you doing? What's your problem? What are you doing? Get away from, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And it's like, and then other people know him. Oh, I know he's such a dick. He thinks he can talk like
Right.
that. He thinks he can.
There's always
you know?
that guy.
Yeah.
always that
And
guy,
so then
yeah.
it's like, oh, but in that moment, I learned so much. And it was like, okay. So then when I get him, I'm like, okay, here's the breakdown.
Right, yeah.
This is what happened.
Yeah.
This is what, you know what I mean? And this is what I'm not ever going to experience
Right,
that
and
again.
so we don't go to events or anything like that, or parties or anything like that. And that's
Anymore.
been a long time. That's been over 10 years probably
more
since
than
that experience.
That was when we very first met Mary and Joey. And we've known
Because,
them, like 11 years.
because everyone there does have that expectation.
Yeah.
If you're there, you're there to swing, and then we go out and we're like, we just don't. And I don't care the amount of whatever
They'll get
convincing
mad 'cause
or whatever. We
very
just don't. We
PDA.
just won't.
We're very like new in our relationship all the time, so we'll be making out, touching, groping,
Yeah.
and they'll just be like, "But you guys are hot. You guys are hot.
Yeah.
You guys are hot." And it's like, "Yeah, we're hot, and I give a really mean blowjob, but sorry, my friend.
Yeah,
you know."
that's just our line. So it puts us in a place where we have to be very vocal. We have to talk to people all the time.
Even being swingers, though, just because we're there to swing doesn't mean that we're attracted to every
Every
single person.
one.
Then
That's
there's
another
people
thing I've
that
seen
don't-
happen too.
they don't
where
care.
they're just like, "No, you're here. This is."
Yeah,
And you're like,
and it's like, but no.
I can't get on
I
that
saw you
hair
one
sweater.
time before, and you were like this or whatever.
Yeah.
We've seen it. We saw this one couple, man. They worked as hard in the hot tub, and they were like, "Come on, this
is
it
so
saved our
great."
marriage. It saved our marriage." And I just like,
And people don't realize how long we've been
Yeah, you guys know very
Doing-
yeah, and do it.
and-
Like,
yeah.
like they just think we don't have any idea what we're having. Anyways, and so they were just really laying into us hard about, it helped their marriage and it saved them, and now they're better people and they love each other more and all this other stuff. And then within a couple of years, that dude was coming by himself.
Yeah.
And so was she.
So so Sean made a comment to her. He goes, we just don't. He says, "It's just my pussy. That's my sacred pussy. I just keep it." And she's like, "Oh, well, you're all wrong.
keep it sacred."
You're thinking about it all wrong. It's not sacred. It's not this and that." And I swear to God, the next time we went there, she was with another dude.
I swear, like,
So
yeah.
then I go up to her and I'm like, "Hey, where's your man?
Your husband.
Oh, we're not together anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
And Sean's like, "Oh, right, because that pussy's not sacred."
Yeah. It's like, it's
And
just-
then she just floated through guys. She's one of them who came up pregnant in these 20 years that we've been
because then we
living
saw
the way
him,
we do.
and he said she got pregnant.
Yep.
Because you gotta have complete. You can't just go into a lifestyle that's risky, especially a sexual lifestyle, and like have no boundaries, and just like you're
never
gonna bounce
know.
around and float around. You don't know the
never know
dirty
what that
people that are in
right.
that lifestyle, and you don't know
You don't
those
And you
people.
don't even truly know your partner's true intent.
Yeah.
Right? And that's what we've seen a lot. Oh, we talk about it. We have boundaries. We do this and we do that. And it's like, really? Really? Then why is this happening right now? And why is that over there happening right now? And now why are you guys not together anymore? You guys had such good intent and such good boundaries and such good, because the woman gets into it. Well, all she really wants to do is fuck every dude she possibly can.
That does happen.
And the husband's like, well, I thought this was going to fix our relationship. And she's like, yeah, I'm
I'm
fixed.
fixed.
And he's like, what the hell, And then a lot of times in that, he meets some female that's happened to her. And then they take off together. Yeah. And it's like, oh my God. We have seen so many people together and not together, and then now there's new kids, and now there's new babies, and now it's like, oh my God, all in boundaries.
Yeah.
All in boundaries.
Smart. You gotta just be smart.
Yeah.
And why are you really there? That's the main reason. Why are you really there? Why are you really involving this into your relationship? Because having sex with another person, when you truly have a connection with them, that is the most wonderful, sacred, and vulnerable thing you ever do. So now why are you going out looking for that from somebody else?
You gotta be smart. with it.
So are you out there just for the fun and the excitement and the ooh of it, or are you unhappy and you're truly looking for what
right.
you're really wanting?
Yeah.
Right.
And that's a conversation that needs to be had.
Always.
Yeah.
And I think that's
our
biggest thing is
Yeah.
it's we have fun with it and watching each other, and then it's that to me, and we even talk about how hard relationships are.
Absolutely.
And we don't want another relationship, and a lot of them turn polyamorous and
Right.
that kind
Yeah,
of thing. And
that's-
for us,
Nah.
it's just
That's
the
not
excitement
for
for
us.
us.
But like
it's the excitement of watching each other And that is truly why we got into it, and that's what we talked about before we ever got into it. That's why the first experience wasn't really what we were looking for, because we wanted to be in this together.
Right.
And you don't know that person's other intention if they're in another room.
Another room, what's going
you
on?
don't know.
That was my worst
You don't know
feeling.
what
I
was
couldn't do it.
right. What was said. You know what I mean? Because oh my gosh, we've known some of these people so long, and that it's like they'll start talking to me, and I'll be like, "Hey, man, I ain't one of your toys that you can talk to," and it's like, "Ooh, I'm wooed."
Yeah.
When you talk to me like that, I'm like, "Yeah, keep going. I'm good with this conversation." Let me go tell Sean.
That's
all of those things you just told me, because a lot of it is manipulation and to get what they want out of the situation.
Yeah, that was we met a couple that
They're
more poly than us, and they were both trying to like separate and conquer. Like he's like trying to flirt with me, and she's trying to flirt with him, and we both were like, okay, this isn't.
It's a turnoff.
It is
because
like,
now it's like you're ruining our fun night out.
Yeah,
we were
like
here to have
secret
fun.
flirts, like trying to.
Oh yeah, it got to the point they wanted her to go out one weekend just with them.
Yeah, and I was like, no.
And they're like, well, we'll
that's
go out
not what
with
I
you
do.
the next weekend.
No.
I was like, no,
we don't do that.
No, we don't do that.
We're
Someone
straight.
said that to me the other day.
Yeah.
They were like, why don't you just go and Sean can stay? And I literally laughed out loud and said to her, fuck you.
Yeah, that's how we were.
And she looked at me and I said, do you think that's what we fucking do? How long have you known us? We don't fucking do that.
Yeah.
Don't ever
That's what I was
fucking
gonna
say
say.
that to me again. Here goes nice Shayna to fuck
Oh, yeah,
Shayna. Because I'm just like,
Totally would.
what in the fucking fuck? I don't know what you're looking for, sister, but you need to keep looking.
Yeah.
Because you ain't going to find it here. Because I know what you're looking for, and you ain't going to find it here.
And
you know, I mean,
that's
that's
how it was
it.
for us. It was like we.
Now we're
Good for
we're
you.
Like anybody we talk to, are like, here's how it is.
Yeah,
Before
you don't
anything else,
hold
we're
your
like,
tongue.
Here's our rules.
Yep.
Yeah,
If
good.
you don't
This
like
is
them,
what
go.
we do.
Oh, that's good.
Yep.
So-
You do. Because there's some people that have been doing it for so long
Yeah.
that it's like this conquer thing. You know
Yeah,
what I
they
mean?
do.
Like, I can get that one. Oh, I can get that.
Or-
Or let's see what we can do here.
We've noticed too that
A lot
like
of couples aren't happy, I think.
a lot of couples
not
aren't happy.
happy.
We
They're-
found that through a lot of them.
Lot of
And then,
couples
but they're
are
so
not
happy
happy.
doing
Yeah,
this, right? It's like, no,
this
you're
is
not.
You're not. And then there's other ones that'll like try to. I guess we've more with me than you, where they've tried to like target just me and push him out of the
absolutely.
way.
Oh yeah, of course.
And I'm like, no.
And
it's a
the
package
worst
deal.
part is if you're nice and friendly,
they
think that's a fucking open door.
They do.
And you're
They
like,
do.
I'm just being nice. I'm being cordial
Yes.
to you.
Yeah.
And now you're gonna see the nasty side of
Right.
me.
Yeah.
Because I don't want that.
Yep.
You know, and no like real communication on their part.
Nope.
Yeah.
Of like, okay, so what's your deal? What's your guys' deal over here? What's your, we just kind of want to fuck you.
Yeah.
What's his deal? Is he cool with that? And sorry, we don't do that.
Yeah.
And that's what we've noticed. A lot of people, they won't ask that. They just it's
they
the next day I know,
try
I'm like,
to
where the heck
manipulate.
is
They
it?
try to
You know?
manipulate it the way they
want it,
yeah.
And that's the best part. It's so funny because like now we've been doing this so long, it'll be like, oh, this is funny.
Yep.
They're trying to get me over here.
Watch.
You know what I mean? And it becomes like this thing where it's just like, ha ha ha. And then you walk away.
Give me that bottle of whiskey.
And you know,
I'll tell her.
right.
You could tell her, give me that bottle of whiskey.
Because you'll have an encounter with these people, right? But then some of your good friends will come. And now you're having a great time
Yep.
Yes.
with your friend. And they're like, well, what the hell? And it's like, well, there's no manipulation over
Yeah.
here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
This is all, we all know what we're doing. We're all friendly. We're all, you know what I mean?
We're comfortable.
We're comfortable. I'm a total instigator.
Yep.
I love I'll take your boobs out. I mean, whatever. But that does not mean that I'm going to walk away and go over there with you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just like, and so many people are like,
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's a very predatory lifestyle.
It is.
It is.
Yeah.
Learn
It
that. It's
definitely.
very-
yeah,
So
absolutely.
you have to be on your guard at all times, and you can't be afraid. Like, it has to be flat out. Fuck you.
Yeah.
I laugh because she's Mrs. Bubbly and talks to everybody and happy, and then the second they turn, she's whew,
Yeah.
you want to stay out of her way. Yeah. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh.
You have
I
to
like
be
to
though.
But you
watch.
have to
You
be,
have to be.
especially when you're nice.
Yeah.
Because they still think, oh, well, we can just push her a little further. We can just
Yeah.
a little bit more. And then you have to be like, okay, no, I am not dumb.
Yeah.
I am not. I mean, some women
Yeah.
in the lifestyle, you're like, wow, you're dumb.
Yeah, we've come across a few of them.
Yeah, but you have to make it very clear. I am not. If you want that, you go over there to Sassy Sally and you can have that.
yeah.
But over here, you're not having
Yeah.
that.
Yep.
Plain and simple.
So what do you think? You're a year in. you guys just gonna just keep having fun.
Yeah.
You're enjoying
Yeah,
it,
we're enjoying it.
and it is working. I don't know if it helped your marriage. I don't know if
we
your
didn't
marriage
manage.
works.
Well, and I feel like it helped in the sense that we know how to communicate better now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've had to
It's the
open up
communi-
more.
I mean,
Kind of
we've
helps
opened
you
up more
together, right?
Yeah.
If you're
On every plane, like not just sexually, but even like
Even just about
you're
other
saying
stuff.
tits and tats around the house.
Yeah.
Even you're able to.
I feel
when
like
it comes to kids and money and bullshit.
yeah.
the stuff back then, you thought was something big to talk about. Nowadays, you're like, well, if we can talk about sex with other people,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's easy
It's
now.
easy.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
easy now.
It does. It opens up the doors to having a better open communication.
Oh, yeah.
I
It
guess.
really does.
Because it's hard. I mean, to tell your wife, hey, that girl's hot, I want to fuck her. And her, okay.
Yeah,
you know,
okay,
then
right.
you can, you can say
Right.
something.
Right.
You know.
right,
So-
or like,
Yeah.
oh, look at them. What do you think? You think
Yeah.
maybe?
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
played
right.
the
You know what I
yes.
mean?
We always play the
play
yes,
game
no
at the
game.
grocery store.
Yeah.
We walk through the grocery store. We're like, there, yes. Yeah, there, no.
Yeah, right.
You're
Absolutely.
becoming a predator.
Yes,
Yeah, you're
See?
becoming
we got
the
them. There it
predator.
It's, it's a predatory lifestyle.
It is.
You
Absolutely.
can't help yourself.
No.
Nope, we can't.
You're looking for the next
Everyone-
conquest.
Yeah. we-
My son had a band concert. This is so
Oh,
bad.
yeah.
We're sitting at the band concert. We have to drop him off early, but there's no point to go home and then
No.
come back,
Yeah.
right?
Just
So
take a
you just sit
roadie.
there.
Yeah.
So as people are walking in, I'm like, there, no.
Yeah, well, and sometimes
Well, it
it's even
makes
like,
you
oh my
wonder.
God, they're miserable.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
like headed for divorce right
Yeah,
over
we do that.
there.
We're like,
then
they're
sometimes you
unhappy.
think maybe they should try it. It might make
Right,
me
or
happy,
you wonder, gosh, could they be? Look at them.
We have
That's
some
our
too.
thing.
We
yeah.
were like,
Really?
maybe.
Yeah.
We were at a bar one night and we actually saw people, and then when we started watching, they were.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
two guys separated and went with different women, and
Yep.
next thing you know, you're like, oh my God, they really.
They
Where-
really
they're
are.
doing it. Other
They're
people
doing
are
it.
doing it. They're doing it.
We're gonna go. We should've
Well, that's
walked
what
up.
surprised us when we got on all these websites. We're like, holy crap, there's a lot of people that do this.
Absolutely.
It's not,
Yeah.
And I've teased
It's not
it.
something you talk about.
No.
always,
No.
but
It's
it
very
is something
quiet.
that
It's
happens.
very quiet. Like our friends and family don't.
No.
No,
Though
that's
they
not
do
true.
now.
That's not true.
No.
No.
Oh, I
one
told
night
his brother.
she's like, yeah. She's like,
You were
I'm
drunk.
gonna tell your brother.
Were you
Oh
drunk?
my God.
I was
I
a
thought
little
it was a
drunk, but
joke.
I'm
Yeah.
closer to his brother than he is
Yeah.
at times. Like we talk, him and his brother and I talk a lot.
Yeah.
And so I was like,
I'm gonna tell your brother.
I'm gonna tell your brother, and he goes, "Go for it." And I go,
thought it was a
"Okay."
joke.
So I just told him, and he was like, "Oh, cool. Whatever makes you guys
No,
happy."
his thing was, I
and then
can't
he goes,
find a girlfriend. You guys are out having sex with all kinds of people.
Yeah, he should find a girlfriend.
Yeah.
No, it'd be weird probably if you guys brought him along.
Yeah.
"Yeah, we
Nah.
can't bring him along."
That's
Either
a whole
third.
different brother husband.
That is a lot of fun, though. It is a
I don't
lot
have a
of
brother.
fun.
I don't have a brother.
He's got.
Well, I do
several
have a brother.
brothers, but no.
That's not true. I have a brother, but not anywhere she could get a hold of him.
Sisters, come on, you could.
Huh?
No.
Oh, yeah, just sorry. I got
I'm
the best.
One of a kind.
I got the best of the best.
I'm nothing
They're not
like
her
them.
sisters.
No.
No, they're from a
I'm
different
single
breed.
child,
Okay.
right?
You know, and I'm the same way with my family. Like you talk about your struggles with your family, and I don't really talk to my family
Yeah.
or my.
So then it
sister.
doesn't matter if they know.
No.
Yeah, so
You
it doesn't
know?
really matter.
People
The
know,
only
oh,
people
well.
that I worry about is the children. Like,
Yeah.
Well,
My
and how
kid-
it's perceived. Like our
Right.
friends, they have done a really good job with their kids.
Okay.
And their kids are grown now. The last one is going to be, 16? And so, because they've been married so long and they've been in the lifestyle for so long, and I feel like the lifestyle has kind of changed for them. They've
Yeah.
really gotten a great group of friends out
yeah.
of the situation.
Yeah, they do really cool stuff. They
Yeah.
they have this group of 8 or so couples or about, that,
Yeah.
that they go to campouts in Breckenridge and they
And they
take
do
over
fun stuff,
hotels.
right. Just-
they do
just the group
campouts
of
like they
them.
all go to Chatfield and they'll get 25 spots all around each other.
Okay.
Right.
You know what I mean? So they're not nude events or swap events, but
Well, they are
they
swinger
can be
events,
swinger events
and
in
they
different
do
campers
play
and they
with
play
different
around
people.
from different
Right,
But there's no
absolutely.
open nudity. Which see, it's not an appeal to us.
Okay.
They're always asking us to go to the camping trips and stuff like that. It's like, great, can I run around out there
Out there
naked?
naked,
Right.
It's
that's
like,
your
well,
thing,
no,
yeah.
we're at Chatfield. Well, then I don't need to go
Right.
jump into Sally's tent while Shayna's over in Tom's.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's
Yeah,
just
that's-
not
Well,
our
they
thing.
don't play
Yeah.
separately. They play together with the other people
Yeah.
the same way. But like, you four go play, and we're just gonna be over here playing together, watching you guys
Yeah,
play over
right.
there. You know what I mean? And so they have been the most accepting people of that
Yeah.
aspect of
Yeah.
our life. Because it is
yeah.
like
So we don't want
and
to
it's not
go
like
infiltrate their situation where they're with people that are all like-minded.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we are not
Right.
Yeah.
like-minded.
well,
We
because
wanna-
the worst thing is when you are approached time and time again. and you're like, no,
Yeah.
no, no. Then it's just like, oh, come on. You want to just sit down the group and be like, okay, guys, this is our story. This
Here
is
we
what we
go.
do.
This is
you
the
know
start
what I
thing.
mean? And this is it. But sorry, Jim, you've been really hitting on me hard tonight, and that's not happening.
Gonna happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta
That
get
gets
rid
hard,
of that
yeah.
sweater vest. You know what I mean? So many things. But some people have no boundaries. Like we have seen women that just lay down and take a train. You know what I mean? And
yeah.
it's like,
To Georgetown.
Well, I mean, even like
I'm not that.
no,
No.
and like
I'm not that.
No, I'm not that either.
And
I
when
mean,
like we
that's
went
a
to the
thing,
Halloween
right?
party,
It's- yeah.
we went to the Halloween party and we knew some people there, and she walked away and just starts making out with another dude. And
Right.
that's okay for them, I guess. But for us, it's not a thing. It's more like we
No.
talk and we're like, okay, do you like that couple? Should we go talk to
Right.
them?
Yep.
And for me, I'm a little more jealous. If I come in and Sean's making out with some chick, that chick's not gonna have a face in a minute.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not her fault. It's just the
Yeah.
So
That
we're,
is-
all,
yeah.
we're all over this lifestyle.
And see,
Yeah.
that's what
You know what I mean? It's like
we thought we'd have jealousy issues. We were worried about that. And
Yeah.
and we never.
We've never
we
had
that.
jealousy issues.
No,
Yeah.
which is, I guess.
good.
I mean, you know what I
hope
think?
that,
Yeah.
I hope that stays that way.
Yeah.
You know what I think for me is, before I met Sean, I could have, would have anyone, anything I absolutely wanted at any time. So that's very much the swinger lifestyle to me. That's what people want. They want to be able to do that. They want to, well, I would go through people, man, just like a tissue. Oh, and sometimes just for sport.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, ha, conquer. Ha.
Yeah.
You know, like
I did too.
Essentially,
Yeah.
like a man would do, a notch on your bedpost type
Yep.
deal. So then when I met Sean, it introduced this whole new realm of intimacy that I've never ever found. So then it was like, I don't need to be out doing that because, and that's what I told our friends when they came on, the poly couple, and I told her, and I was like, fuck this, I'd rather just be a dirty slut out there having fun doing whatever I wanted than actually having to care about another fucking person's
too much.
emotional, no.
Another dude.
Fuck
Yeah.
that.
Golly.
Yeah, I couldn't do that.
Yeah.
And his wife and my I mean to have all those people in the house. Yeah.
fuck that. Fuck
It's too much for me. I couldn't do
that.
that. And we always are upfront with couples too, that because
we're
a lot of them do turn kind of poly
Yeah.
in this lifestyle.
Yeah.
And we're always upfront with them. We're like,
That's-
it's not an interest of ours at all. Like
That's a new
I
trend.
have my best friend. I don't need to go through the effort of trying to do a whole
Nope.
other relationship.
Nope.
It's too much.
Yeah.
And-
Come on.
I guess for me, it is a sacred thing, right? Like, if I'm going to give all my time and attention to
Yes,
somebody,
that's my thing,
then
too.
it is going to be to that person.
We got to split it.
It is going to be, and yeah, and to do it to another person, I couldn't. I would have to have a need to not have the first one to have the second one.
See, women, you guys, you can't compartmentalize like that. You're committed. You know what I mean? And that's the way it should be. And that's
Yeah.
the way it should. I mean, I don't know. I guess I'm sounding sexist all of a sudden. But at the same time, I just think that that's a lot of work.
It is
I
a
told the
lot of
poly
work.
couple, I said, dude, it would really suck. I could be pissed. I could have my wife and my girlfriend pissed off at me
Yeah,
at the
yeah.
same time.
That was-
And I'm definitely not getting
that'd
any
be-
sex.
No.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And so it's just, poly's not for me. I don't want to judge it, but I feel like it's a new trend. You know, when we started and, you know, when we got together 20 years ago and we were going to places like this, it wasn't even, I never even heard of it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It wasn't
It is
something that
newer,
were
yeah.
people doing. So I think now it's become almost more and more a way for people to escape the relationship they're in a little bit more.
I agree with that.
think
You know
so,
what I mean?
too.
Because, you know, unless it's all about just the sex and you've got a third person there, or you just have another chick that's around the house and you guys all have sex together and you're all doing that thing. See, that doesn't feel poly to me.
No.
That feels that feels like something else.
Yeah.
But when you're
Sex.
introducing a whole other couple and then now you have to worry about him and he's got to worry about her and this and that.
Yeah.
And now you've got this big X
You gotta
going on
hurry-
of
worry about so much
emotional.
way too much.
It's
Yeah, it's done a really good job.
right?
yeah, you know
And
what I
a
mean.
full-time job.
Unless it's all like a big giant king size bed, boy girl overnight, and,
Right,
and then
right,
it's just
right.
a
I
full
get
on
that.
foursome at all
I get
times.
that. I get
then
that.
I could understand more than this is my wife all the time, and that's your wife all the time. But then we're something else all the time. You know what I mean?
Right.
That even sounds weirder.
Yeah.
But
Weird.
you know what I mean? It sounds like a lot of work, but
It
It's
is.
a lot of work.
it makes
Well,
more
and this
sense
is
than me
my-
having to try and be invested to what she's got going on emotionally, and she's got this, or she's not feeling well, and oh my God, and you're on your period, and I gotta deal with you. You know what I mean? And it's like, okay, I like you, you're fine. All right, I'll be right back. I'm warming the oil for Shayna. Okay. Heather's feet are really killing her, baby. I gotta run over there. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I got top ramen on the stove.
Do that.
That sounds like more work than fun.
No.
Or-
It's
oh
like,
my
gosh,
you wouldn't
I don't want to
do
bone
it.
anybody at the end of that.
Unless you're the
I
one,
don't either.
unless you're the one benefiting.
Right.
True.
Yeah,
You're-
you guys
you're
are
the
fine.
one
You're in your
benefiting.
separate rooms watching love stories on
Right.
Netflix. Getting
Right.
your feet rubbed.
Right. Yeah, right. So we're benefiting. So it is like, yeah, run. Keep giving.
Yeah.
But I'm a giver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm an equal. Everything has to be equal for me.
Yeah.
I come from a big family, and so if it's not equal, I'll be by myself.
You're like me. Christmas drives you crazy because you got to make sure you spend
Everyone
exactly the same amount
Gifts,
on each kid.
yes,
Oh
absolutely.
my God, that makes me crazy.
I'm the same way. I'm like,
And it is like detrimental
Yes.
that it is. And he's like, it's not a big deal. I'm like, it is.
Yes,
a big
it
deal.
is.
Guess what? I was the youngest of 5. It's a fucking big deal.
It is.
That's why this year they equally get nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah, this year it's all about us. This is the first
good.
year.
First year.
First year.
Well, we say that
decided.
when all the kids are out of the house. That is us
We're
too.
going
We're like,
to
we're
Mexico.
going to Mexico. It's going to be like Christmas with the Cranks.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Get
This is
out
our
of
first
here.
Christmas without him here, and so we're just going to kind of do our thing.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
See, that's the one we have to sway to be a swinger. I'm obsessed with Tim Allen. I think he should be a swinger.
I love him.
Tim
I love
Allen?
Him too.
Oh, yeah.
I love him too.
I flew all the...
I think he would be a selfish lover.
Absolutely.
I don't care though if it's just a swinger thing. I don't care for a swinger thing.
Yeah,
I'm not
hold it
marrying
down.
the man.
Nah, just maybe
don't
play
know.
with him a little
Yeah.
bit. You know?
Yeah, yeah.
And I always think of it like this. It's like sometimes I feel like a cat, right? Like batting something around on the table. I'm really enjoying this right now. I'm really enjoying this right now. And then you're like, I'm done. And you don't know what's coming.
And you know what? You asked me this morning when the cat was knocking the Lego down the hallway. You're like, gosh, it'd be great to be entertained that easily. That's me.
Yeah. You're like, I'm
And
done.
stop it.
I'm done.
That's me. And then it's done. I'm done.
Yep.
And they're like, oh, this was your favorite toy. I'm like, nah, I'm done.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm done. Totally done.
So what's now? What are you guys doing now? You're just going to keep going
Just keep going.
We are.
Yeah.
and go
I
into
can't wait
this,
to see. I
Sweet.
can't
this
wait to see
X-rated
how it.
crochet
Yeah.
I'll make more
koozie business?
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
make more X-rated crochet.
I love it. What'd you stuff in those?
Just stuffing.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Definitely a wiener. We
Yeah.
got to make
Gotta
sure.
make
I'll
a
make you.
wiener.
I'll
I
make
need
you
a
a
wiener.
wiener, and I'll send you a wiener for sure.
That's so great.
She makes everybody a penis cover.
Yeah, everybody that we end up having sex with, I have made them a penis warmer.
Oh, what are
Yes.
those called? They're called a thing.
A penis.
No,
warmer.
they're called
Do
something.
they have a name?
Yes.
Yeah.
Um,
You
My
can,
phone.
you can get them online.
yes.
I love it. Well, you should probably crochet some real bikinis.
She does.
I
The
have.
girls get them.
The girls get
Yeah,
bikinis.
yeah.
Yep.
I had
'Cause
someone.
That's awesome.
What the hell are they
Said they were
called?
going to make him some shorts, but they never did.
Yep. So one woman called a show and got all these plans and measurements and was going to crochet me a pair of shorts.
Oh, I will.
I never got them.
Oh, I could send you some. Do you want some shorts?
Willie
Yes.
warmer.
Oh,
Yeah,
wait.
show some weenie.
He
I
wants
gotta
a
show some-
speedo.
Willie warmer. No, I thought they were called
Okay,
something
see,
else.
See, I've crocheted these.
Oh yeah, that's got the whole balls in
Yeah,
there.
Yeah,
it's
I
got
did
the
the
ball
balls
warmer.
and
Wow,
everything.
man.
Yeah.
Boy, I hope you don't crochet them till after. You don't just pull them out of a bag because that'd be
No.
disappointing.
No.
You throw that baby on there. And you,
It's people that we've met a couple times.
You take measurements.
And I don't take measurements. I
You guys are going to
Size
meet
it.
some great friends.
yeah.
You're going to meet some horrible people, and you're going to
Oh,
meet
yeah.
some great people.
Well, I joined a wine group that's specifically for women that are like-minded, and they get together, and that's kind of fun because it's like no one is expecting anything.
It's just all a bunch of women.
It's all
It
a
is.
bunch of women, and the men go to a bar while the women sit at the house, and it's not expected for sex at all. It's just to be
Sure.
able to chit-chat with like-minded
Not-
people, which is
pass.
great for me because I want to meet friends as well
Right.
along the way. I crocheted this, and
Willie warmer. That's.
Oh, wait,
I thought it
no,
was
that's-
called something
that's
else,
not it.
man.
That's not it.
I don't know.
She's
That's
in
a
it
nude
though.
girl.
It's some... No, she's in it. Oh, here. She tried the crocheted bikini on for me.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, see, I did the bikini too.
That's fucking awesome. Is there a little flower down there? What's on the bottom?
You did.
You added a little extra special
I
trim.
might have. I don't know. I don't
A
remember.
little
I don't
extra
remember.
special
You had
trim.
to. You were
It
deflowered.
is. Oh, it is. It looks like a little flower. That's
what I
fucking
did.
awesome.
Wow.
Yeah.
How long does it take you to do that?
A couple hours.
Are
is
you
all.
pretty quick?
Oh, I made this thing in like an hour.
Holy balls.
Listen, I do
That's
fashion shows.
sweet.
and
Yeah.
you
Let's
could
do this.
I could do this.
You could
A
do
crochet
fashion
line.
shows
You
with
could do a
that.
whole line of crochet.
That is
See, I did the
fucking
bikini,
awesome.
too.
It's
That
a
place
great
looks
one.
familiar to you, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah, I know.
I think that was what? Was that 13?
Oh, I can see.
Actually, we were in room 13.
Were we?
Yeah. we were in room 13.
I like it.
We
the
were.
trim.
Don't
It's
ask how
killer.
I know that.
It was
Yeah,
room
That is
13.
killer.
It was 13.
It was
we had,
13.
yeah.
I love it.
Huh.
Been in all those rooms. Love that place.
The rooms were. I was surprised
The
how
room is
clean
so
they are.
clean.
Oh,
That's
so
the
They
whole
are
point.
very good at
Yeah.
cleaning.
You
That's
want
the
to know?
whole
We've been
point.
going there like 20 years, and like half of that cleaning crew has been there the
The whole
entire
time.
Oh, really?
And the front desk ladies
Okay. Well,
That-
and
We
the
need to go.
security guards.
we got yelled
I
at
told her
because
today we need
we
to
were
go
in our
back.
bikinis walking from the pool back to the room, and the lady thought we didn't have any clothes
Clothes
on.
on.
She's all, "Put your clothes on." Well, I have a bikini on. I'm good.
Yeah.
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 You had
Especially
a bikini on.
since
Get a robe.
the buildings
I know,
have
Get
been
rid of the swimsuit and get a
growing
robe.
up
Robe and
around
just
it.
walk it,
Yeah,
okay.
because they built that other building, and so
Yep.
the buildings are getting
Okay.
taller.
Yeah.
But they're kind of grandfathered in, and
Yeah.
so that's why it's like, oh, put
stay there.
something
Gotta
on.
be serious.
Put something
Okay.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I told her today, I'm like,
Robe.
we're down in Denver. Let's just go to the matinee down there.
Absolutely.
Totally.
man. It's
Just
fucking
go do
awesome.
it.
What time is it? Oh,
You
yeah.
have the
Get
boy,
outta here.
Yeah.
the 21-year-old, pick up the 12-year-old.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you
It's
go.
a 40-minute drive from here.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Oh, that's not.
We didn't bring swimsuits.
You don't need
Yeah.
them. Why would you?
Don't need
You
them.
rent a
Well, that's
towel.
what everyone always teases us, and it's like, oh no, you have to be naked in our hot tub. You know what I mean? And they're like, what? Because when you are naked, swimming, hot tubbing for so long, putting a swimsuit on, you feel awkward.
It feels weird. Yeah.
It doesn't feel right. When I stand up, there's all this weird fabric and stuff
You're
on.
wet.
And I'm wet.
You stay wet
I'm
longer.
wet. Yeah, it's horrible.
Yeah,
I can't
it's
do it.
horrible.
Well, it's like not wearing socks in the house. You know, I don't wear socks at home. I like to wear flip flops all the time. And then when
Yeah.
you do wear socks, you're like, ah, feels weird.
That's me.
Yeah,
I wear
there you
flip
go.
flops all the time, and then
Yeah.
I went to St. Nick's, had to put tennis shoes on, and my feet are like, you're like a cat.
Yeah. Yeah.
Step foot. No, I don't like this thing. You know? That's a swimsuit.
Yeah.
Take it off. I don't want it.
I don't,
It's great. You guys check out the Mountain Air Ranch, though.
Okay.
You should.
We're
do it.
gonna have to
We'll
do
try
that.
it.
It's pretty great. As a native, you get so many free visits before you have to pay or become a member.
Oh.
It is.
If you don't have towels, they will rent you one for so much.
We'll have to go do that.
We'll have
You
to
bring
check
it
that
back.
out.
Oh, it's beautiful. And take the time. Drive around. Like, drive your car, because it's huge in there. And people live up there in the summertime. They have, like, their fifth wheel or whatever.
Okay.
Up there.
Yeah.
Drive around and look, because, like, they'll do fun stuff. They'll do golf carts. Everyone drives a golf cart. That's how you get around the
Well,
mountain.
you know, the one thing about nudist resorts is it's not the people you want to run. It's not the Playboy resort.
Okay.
Yes.
So it's
no,
retirees.
it's real
normal.
people.
It's retirees that look like they're made out of leather, and they've got nice golf carts, and they're hanging out in the nudist resort.
They're
That's
not.
our nude neighbor. She looks like a leather.
Yeah. She probably goes there.
She
probably
probably
does.
What's
does.
her name?
Probably does.
I don't know what her name is. We've never talked to them because every time I see them, they're nude, and I feel weird.
Well, so wave at
So
them
what?
and say,
You
listen.
know what you say is, I feel uncomfortable because you're naked. Let me take my top off.
Oh, that's a good way to talk
and
to
they'll be
them.
like, oh my God.
And then they'll be like, you should come in the house. Get off
Yeah.
the front porch. You'll be like, right. Oops.
All right. Well, we're going to wrap this up. We've punched it over an hour.
I love it.
It's just we could probably take another hour each to do the
Absolutely.
second
True.
segment, but that's
Well, we should chat again after the summer. See how
There
the
you go.
summer
yeah,
goes.
right.
There you
Get a,
go.
get a follow up
Once
and
we've
see
done
how.
more.
Yeah.
Yeah, go to a
Yeah.
party.
We are.
Go
That's
to
our,
a party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna.
mean-
we're gonna go.
Well, we went to the Halloween party. We
No,
just need to
like
go to,
house
a house
party.
Where?
party.
But that, yeah.
Go to
Where
a
was the
house
Halloween
party.
party? That was at the hotel or
It was
something.
at
Yeah.
a hotel.
Yeah. Go
Go
to a house party.
Okay.
Okay.
It's a whole different. It's a weird.
It's funner because it's not as big. We've done both. We've gone to house parties. We've gone to hotel takeovers. We've done all of that. But the house parties are so fun. And at the hotel takeover, it was so boring. We ended up having fun in our room, and everyone thought we were the playroom.
Yeah.
So they
Oh.
kept
Yeah,
coming
yeah,
to
come
our door
knocking
because
on
we're
our door
laughing
'cause
and
we're
having
laughing,
so much
having so
fun.
much fun.
So then we got curious and went to the playroom, and then
And
knew why everyone was coming
Because
down.
there were dudes in there in Velcro shoes. Yeah.
Okay.
And so we knew we had gone to the wrong place.
Wrong place.
But either way, we had fun.
We had
but
so
the house party is way different.
It's
because
just like
you're-
a party party,
you're in a
right? And
regular.
they'll play games.
Yep.
Well, like the one we went to, to, they had some rooms set upstairs. Like one was just a playroom that you could go in and play. It had like some whips and shit
mats
in there.
on the floor or something.
And then the bedroom was open, and the master shower, because it was really big, was open. And then downstairs was a party where we played Dirty Jenga and
I had Dirty Jenga
a couple
and some
other
other
things.
stuff.
But then
feel
we
like they
kept
had
sneaking away to go get high.
Yeah, so we ran
to smoke
upstairs
weed,
to the top.
and that's how we met our friends, because they were doing the same thing.
Yeah,
So then we were like, let's all go together.
Yeah. And so, and we've known them for a while.
Yeah, for a
over
long
10
time.
years.
That's awesome.
Yeah, house party.
And we've
house
watched
party
their
day.
adventure. We should have them come on and talk about it.
Definitely, we should. And I would go to another house party because they
theirs-
are fun.
And theirs was a little bit more saving their relationship.
Okay.
It was. There's
Because they had been married for
can't-
so long.
I think so.
So many kids. They have a lot of kids. And it was like, and then they had to take on her mother.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. I think that's when they started.
That is stressful.
Yeah.
That is so
you took on your
stressful.
mother.
Yeah, we'll not talk about that anymore. I had a morning with that already. Well, awesome. I guess you
I
guys.
love making new friends.
Yeah, I'm so glad you guys came to be on the
Absolutely.
podcast
It was
and
fun.
share your experience with us. And I'm sure we'll stay friends
Yeah, that'd be
and
great.
we'll learn
Shall
more.
go camping.
Let's
Yes.
go.
Camping.
I love you guys camp.
Yes.
Oh yeah, camp's fun. Camping is
Fucking
fun.
go camp at the hot springs.
Yeah.
Yep, it's
Run around
so
naked.
There
sweet.
we go. That'd be fun.
It's
You don't
so
have to be
great.
naked. You can have clothes on if you want.
Get a
We don't
robe.
mind being
We're used
naked.
to it now.
We're
Yeah.
used to it now.
We took our neighbor. Well, he came up and met us when we were camping, and so he's up there. And then I was just like, Marlon, like for real. And so then, like I don't know, like an hour and a half later, he's just like floating across the pool with his pants over his head, like taking him to the side. Like I did it. It was so funny. It's like that's right, man. That's right.
That's awesome.
All of our neighbors have seen us naked.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure they have. If they have eyeballs.
Yeah,
The
right.
naked neighbors.
We are the
Shit.
naked neighbors.
We're the
Sean-
naked neighbors.
Neighbors.
Sean has cleaned all of the gutters in his Speedo.
I have.
Because that's as naked as he could be that high up on a ladder.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to get all over covered. So. I don't like tan lines either. Come on. The boy can dream. All right. Say goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.